Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy. Today we're taking a look at another Beast Wars. This is Transformers Beast Wars Neo. So the Japanese cartoon that was running over there for a while. I think it was the third one. It was number 3 in the line of Beast Wars Transformer cartoons. But anyway, this is from Beast Wars Neo, and his name is Sling. His classification ID number is D-31. Another pretty rare figure. I don't see a lot of Beast Wars Neo figures out there these days. And he is a Dimetrodon. So the type of Transformer he is called a Dimetrodon. And not one of the typical Transformers, or typical dinosaurs that you see done. Not the T-Rex or the Brontosaurus or the rhinoceros, not rhinoceros, Triceratops that you often see, but he's this guy. And looks really nice. Where the legs and feet are definitely needs, leave something to be desired. They're just kind of hanging out there. But kind of a cool figure, looks really neat. I think his legs are kind of cool too because they're all in a different posture, a different pose. I think all 4 feet are in a different mold setting. And so we can take a closer look at him there. And he's got his attract females fin as well as this one has a little secret to catch prey. And so this one, you can fold it open. And let's take a closer look at that patterning too, because it's really, really nice. Meant to look like an attractive flower of some sort. And if you were unlucky enough to happen along this thing, let's see, what do I got to happen along this thing? Let's say this was happening along. Ah! You touch that trigger in the middle and this thing snaps up. And what kind of spring detention does it have? Well, it certainly couldn't catch me because I'm a tank. But yeah, that's a cool little feature it has. You can open this up and that trigger in the middle allows this thing to snap closed. So that's pretty cool. Welcome back to the Back and Forth channel. Who knows what we're going to use for a size comparison today? I guess you'll have to wait and see. We'll do that near the end of the video. So let's get into the transformation of this. We're also going to show it didn't come with the manual sheet, but I went ahead and printed a manual sheet, and it actually came out looking pretty good. So this is that manual sheet that is available online. So if anybody has this figure and is lacking the manual sheet, look at that. He can catch Bunnytron and snap, break both those forelegs. Ouch. So that's a cool little blurb there from the Japanese Beast Wars Neo line. And there's that designation right there, that D31. And so we'll put that off to the side for now and get right into the transformation. Transformation of this guy is fairly simple as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure you start by, I can hear some people doing some yard work outside. It's getting real nice out here. It's about plus 13 Celsius today, so it's a beautiful day outside. So you just want to flip this part over, which allows you to untab this part as well. We're going to get these arms and just kind of, for now, move them with this whole assembly. So you've broken those 2 parts apart so that you can flip them forward. Get those arms out of the way, get these legs out of the way, and then you can move this forward like that. And we'll leave that there for now. You're going to move this head. Here's his head right here. Pa-chung. And then this thing spins and drops right over his, hold on, let's move these arms to the back. They're on like a double hinge right there. And so we're just going to move that back there. And before we get all that done, let's come to the back again. Let's flip this head up. And you're going to fold this leg in like this. And just like that. And this one underneath it like that. So they make kind of a praying pose. Wing Chun pose. Then you're going to flip his torso around, or his torso or his lower section. And then you can flip these feet up. When I got this figure, the feet were on the opposite legs, which was kind of strange. So I just popped those off and put them in the right orientation. where they should be. So right there you can see he's got a Predacon crystal. Well, that's too close. And yeah, so then you're going to flip this head down like that to cover that Predacon crystal. Bring his head up. And that is, for the most part, his entire transformation. You've got his fist facing forward there. Other than this, so this kind of back portion of the dinosaur goes up on a hinge. I kind of move these legs just sort of out of the way. And then you have access to his fist hole. And that's it. That's the whole transformation. Shabam! Let's take a look at that before we try to put him on stacks duty. He's got a very Motu looking head. It reminds me of, you know, Jaws or something like that from Masters of the Universe. Predominantly yellow body. The classic yellow, which actually probably disappears against that background back there, but that's what he looks like. And of course you can open this shield up like that, and then he's got a good amount of protection. You know, he's shielded from everything, well, at least from his left side. I guess from his right side not as much. And if someone bumps into him and gets too close, hey man, 6 foot distance, they get snapped up by the shield snapper. You take a look at the back. Whole bunch of ball joints on this guy. Feet are on balls, knees are on balls, lower torso's on balls, arms are on balls. Balls. And then you've got that tail weapon thing. And this head just doesn't want to stay nice and clean. And yeah, that's the figure pretty much. So let's try to give him some stacks on stacks on stacks duty. We'll move this up a little bit so it doesn't impede him standing. Let's just bend him at the knees a bit. See if he'll stand there. And he does indeed. Oh, does he? There you go. Kind of mid-step, but he definitely does stand. Looks great by the stacks on stacks on stacks. Let's check that out. Come on now. There you go. He's nice and evenly weighted, given that there's 2 giant things on either side of his body, so that kind of works out. And that's it. Now, we're going to save that size comparison for the end, so let's transform. Everything on here goes back and forth, so let's go back from forth. And so to do that, we're going to swing this down on that double hinge, as we had done before. We're going to lift this head up a little bit. We're going to swing pivot his whole lower torso 180 degrees. You can bring these feet into the down position. They certainly look rather pigeon-toed, but anyway. I'm going to come back around to this side. We're going to start to bring these portions forward. So they just come forward on these hinges. Actually, sorry, we're going to move these arms out of the way. Swing them into their upper positions. That head goes back. He does turn. The head does turn around and sits against this crystal flush that way. So we can start to bring this all to his back now again to cover up all this business. So let's stay together. Yeah, you want to bring it up. So we'll bring this piece up first. And then you can kind of move these legs down and out of the way. And then same with this double hinge also just snaps up like that. And then the whole thing will clip together nicely. There's a tab right here. It kind of locks the dinosaur form in place like so. And that is essentially it. You can straighten up the legs and the feet so they're kind of hidden underneath the tail a little bit. And this head is very loose, but that is how I got him. And then you can spin this head around, bring it down on his hinge, and bring those legs into a downward position just so that they're all kind of in the same orientation. And I find that once you get him on the ground, he tends to want to stay better then. Ooh, that would annoy me if this was my figure, but it's not. So Oh, that's annoying. So let's get that down. Get them down, get them down. There you go. Dimetrodon, Sling, D-31, and size comparison, size comparison, size comparison. Terrible. Bam! Five Nights at Freddy's Foxy. Can we even get her in the shot because she's so long? This is the Five Nights at Freddy Foxy plushie. Very valuable, very rare. My daughter has told me that if I get so much as a scuff on it, it's digits to the bank account immediately. So there's the size comparison. A small-sized FNAF Foxy. No, this isn't Foxy. FNAF Bunnyman. Bunnyman? I don't know the name of this. If you guys know the name of this plush, comment downstairs and tell me. There's the size comparison. And that's it. That's it for this video, folks. Nice, short, and sweet. Well, they're all around the same length. Thank you for coming back. Slide your thumb down and give me a like on the video, please. Sub. Share the video with somebody you love, or share the video with somebody you don't like, or share the video with somebody you know who's into Transformers. But this Beast Wars Neo is a very rare Transformer. Not rare. I don't see very many Neo figures amongst all the people I know that collect. So kind of cool to be able to have them for this video. What else? Comment downstairs if you think you can guess what the next Transformer will be. If you get it right, there's a prize sent out to that person. And other than that, if you haven't been told lately, love ya, Secret Guy out.